All right guys, really special one today. I'm here at Prestwick, the home of the first ever Open. I'm going to play the front nine to see if I can shoot par, if not better. Now, I have got the best man for the job to help me with this task. He's won 6 major tournaments on the bag of some of the biggest names in world golf. Today, Jim Bones Mackay is going to help me break par here at Prestwick.
I'm ready.
Thank you for this.
It's my pleasure. It's great to be here.
Honestly, this is an honour and a privilege. You caddied for Phil Mickelson for 25 years, winning 5 major tournaments, and also caddied for Justin Thomas when he won his major as well. I mean, what the hell? This is incredible. And now you're going to caddy for me and see, you're going to see some terrible golf shots. You might see some tops, thins, shanks.
I got faith in you. It's going to be a great day.
I can't wait for this. Let's get to the first tee and go and rip it up here at Prestwick.
All right, my friend.
Yeah, the first hole, I mean, it's a really nice opening hole, 345 yards. Now, you said you've played here a few years ago.
Quite a few years ago, yeah.
When you caddied for the Open?
Yeah, I was caddying at the Open, and I think it would have been in the late 90s. I might have been the Justin Leonard win that year. So some other caddies and I, they were nice enough to let us on. We came out here and played till about 11 o'clock at night, but just a privilege to walk these grounds.
What's it like, the alteration you've got to make for caddying for links?
Well, certainly, I mean, I'm a big believer in the guys that come over and play at the Scottish Open the week before. I think, just getting used to the bounces and how the chip shots are so much different and the way the club interacts with the turf, things along those lines, things that you do very well. But it's great for those Americans that, to get a chance to warm up, if you will, and play in the tournament as important as the Scottish before, of course, arguably the biggest tournament in the world at the British.
But you guys, I mean, the Americans do pretty well at the Open.
They've done okay.
They do really well. And obviously, you're on the bag when Phil won in at Muirfield in 2013. You were on the bag when you had that epic duel with Henrik Stenson. Unfortunately, it didn't quite go your way that year.
Right.
But obviously, that was just at Royal Troon down the road. So obviously, you have got the right skills and attributes to be able to caddy around a links golf course. That's for sure.
Yeah, let's see.
How far do I need to hit this first shot?
220. 220.
I'm going to go with. So I've got 2 4-irons in the bag.
I noticed that. Yeah.
One's like a strong 4-iron, so basically the loft of a 3-iron.
Right.
So I call that my kind of 3-iron, my standard 4-iron.
Gotcha.
Right, let's go and rip it up.
White post.
White post. Here's a question for you then, Bones. I actually feel quite chilled today. I get quite bad first tee nerves. I'm quite chilled. Is there any words of encouragement you'd say to a player if they were getting a bit nervous on the first tee?
I just keep everything small. It's easy, I think, for golfers, whether you're here trying to break par on the front nine at Prestwick or trying to win the Open Championship, to get too wrapped up in the big picture. Let's keep it small. Small target here. Play aggressively on a conservative line, and let's go. Let's have fun.
I'll tell you what you have done. That is.
It's the least I can do.
So Bones, just before, when we were just getting set up, he straight away went to my bag and started wiping down all my golf clubs. They're in pristine condition already. And the grip, that is so tacky.
Good.
How have you done that?
It's a little caddy magic.
That feels like a new grip. Okay, straight to the white post. Oh, I was scared of the railway line.
Easy to do.
I got scared of the railway. It's in play. Thank you, sir.
You got it.
I didn't want to go right. Yeah, it's a funny first hole here, and you see it a lot in links golf where so close to railway tracks.
Incredible, yeah.
And it really plays in your mind.
Sure, absolutely.
Doesn't matter how many times you've played links golf.
Right. First shot of the day, I'm not going right. Easy to turn one over.
First shot of the day, I'm not coming up with excuses, but it's early in the morning. There's definitely been no warm up. And to stand there with you on the bag, the heart certainly started to race. So, and this is great advice, kind of hopefully for me as well. When a bad shot takes place, I can sometimes kind of drag the emotions of that bag shot with me. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to almost cut loose and go, right, that shot's been hit.
Yep.
Let's go and find it and hit it again.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's how you've got to think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's important that golfers have really short memories in a sense, get over things quickly. I mean, I think you've seen it from some of the best golfers in the world. It's okay to get angry and to, say something under your breath. It's another thing to think negatively and to take it with you into the next shot.
Yeah.
You've got 200 yards to walk down this fairway and get over it, and let's move on and do something with the second shot.
I suppose all you can do is hit it, find it, and hit it again.
There you go.
Let's go and find it first.
Okay, I got to get us a yardage here.
Yeah, sorry, I'm putting you straight to the test there.
No worries.
And the other thing with this golf course as well is actually quite a lot of blind shots into greens. This is super cool. A bit nervous on that first day. I actually felt quite relaxed at first, and then as soon as I stepped over the ball, I was like, hold on a minute, Rick. You've literally got Bones caddying for you. The guy who's caddied for Phil Mickelson for 25 years, and then more recently caddied for Justin Thomas. And then you're stood there trying to stripe a 4-iron off the first tee. I think I started to doubt myself a little bit, but he's over there now getting a zap for me.
166, so I'm going to assume, the way this book's set up, that we've got something like 145 front edge and 21.
So 166 flag.
Yes, but I'm assuming based on the way the book's laid out that this is a back pin here, so I think it's more, I assume this is going to release for us, so where do you want to land it?
I wouldn't mind landing at about 150.
Perfect.
Because I feel like just coming out of this rough as well, I could do with more loft.
Right.
Good with nine I can get to about 150.
Okay.
And just straight at it?
Yep, straight at it. Actually, let's favor just maybe that pole just right of the flag as we look at it.
Okay.
Yeah. Kick left. Okay, landed softly.
Yeah, I don't think that's terrible.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's not the worst miss, thank you, sir. I'll tell you what, Bones, we're talking we now,
No,
we've done incredibly well here to get onto the green.
Now, are you a flag in or flag out?
I am, well, what are you?
I think, we see Adam Scott and guys leave it in. We see, Tiger Woods take it out. Yeah, I think it's all up to personal preference.
I think I will take it out.
Okay.
And then you're a very good green reader, right?
I'm okay.
Okay. I've done really well there. I keep saying we've done really well there to get on the green. We must have used the natural contours. So we've got a putt for birdie here. What's your thoughts on aim point?
I'm a big fan.
Oh, good.
I think that if you're not gifted in terms of reading greens, I think it's a great thing to do. What do you got?
Pretty straight to here and then starting to go left.
Yeah, I think it could go a hair right in the first 20 feet and then, but a little bit more left in the last, say, 15. But as you say, shouldn't do a whole lot, and then just try to eke a little left there as it runs out of gas or petrol, depending on where you're from.
So I'm going to keep it down that right side.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem like it's massively up or down.
No,
a little
I
bit
think it's
down early doors.
Right.
It ran out of gas.
Yeah. Sorry, you had a good line there.
It ran out of gas. That was a good line as well.
How long have you been doing aim point?
On and off for quite a lot of years, actually.
Really?
But I would say aim point, you've really got to be quite religious with it, haven't you?
Sure.
You've got to do it all the time. Yeah. I think for me, it just cancels out the doubt.
Yeah.
At least I know this is
you're committed.
Right to left.
Yeah, exactly.
By how much and what. I've not quite always got that perfect.
Right.
But I know obviously this is kind of one, I would see that as 1 degree from the right and slightly uphill.
Okay.
Would you confirm
Yeah, no,
with that?
I mean, judging by what we saw in terms of what it does in the last several feet, yeah, this should definitely go a little to your left.
Okay, come on. Nice positive putt.
Yes, sir.
Wasn't quite the most positive putt.
Hey,
we're in for a par.
We'll take it. All right, my friend, 154 total, so it'll play a few yards down the hill. Let's say it's going to play about 48.
Okay.
No wind to speak of. What would you like to fly this in the air?
Probably not far off the number, maybe 145.
Okay.
So I think even just that 9-iron.
Should be perfect.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's see it.
Oh, I don't know if I got it all.
Get over that bunker. Okay.
That surprised me, actually. Didn't quite think I'd got it all there.
You're stronger than you thought.
It must be adrenaline. Thank you.
Adrenaline.
Right, this is an interesting putt, Bones.
Yes. What do you think, going pretty hard left off this slope? I mean,
Yeah.
other than it helping in terms of pace. Actually, the more I look at it, I guess it's not going a ton. It's going to go a little right to begin, and then left off that. I think it's just overall, it's probably going about 15 inches to the left.
It's kind of going up, down.
Exactly.
And then kind of up and down again.
Right.
All right, let's roll this one close.
But it should continue to go left there in the last third. Boy, that shot left, didn't it?
It really did.
Bad read from your caddy.
Not no, it's speed again there, Bones. I think with a little bit more speed, it would have possibly halved the distance away from the hole. Not much in this one?
No.
Inside the hole?
Yes.
Left half?
Yes.
I tell you what, there's a certain air of confidence I receive once the way you say yes. It's like just do that. Inside the hole, left edge.
There you go.
For par on 2.
Well done. Good stroke.
Thank you. Right, level par through 2.
All right. Bring on the birdies.
Bring on the well, let's not get too crazy.
So apparently we want to max this out at 230 from the back of this tee. So let's say it's 222 from here. The ball is it looks like it's gonna run downhill a little bit as it lands.
It's a very unique hole, this. It's a par 5 and the flag's over there at 1 o'clock.
Gotcha.
But you've got to go, and there's a huge bunker just out of sight there.
Right.
So I think, like say, 230 absolute max.
Right.
I'm going to hit that the normal 4
The
again.
rest of the 2? Gotcha.
I'll probably carry this about 200 and then hopefully get 20 yards a roll.
Exactly. I mean, if we're gonna, you know, in a sense, lay it up here, let's make sure we lay it up.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a little bit left.
Miss it. Oh my gosh, we got lucky.
It has, it's missed it. It's not the bunker we're aiming for.
Right.
But we're all right.
We will take a break like that. Is that typically your shot shape, is to hit the draw?
Yeah, I'll often get a little bit open in the takeaway, and then I'm based on timing through the ball.
Yeah.
And I've been working super hard on it, of stronger takeaway, and then eliminating that need for the release through the ball.
Gotcha.
We got lucky there, Bones.
Listen, we're going to take a moment here and thank the golf gods for being we got some good mojo going early today. We got a great break off this tee.
Yeah, you know what's easy to forget the good breaks.
It certainly is, but I think it's important that you pay respect to them, because
pay respect.
Yeah, you get a break like this early in the round. This could be the catapult we needed to get us where we're going today.
Exactly. Right, 230. Did you say 232 front? Or
237 front edge. And apparently there's no bunkers around this green.
No.
So we just want to roll something into the center.
I feel like if I can get one firing in there low, it'll have a chance of chasing up there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with my 3-iron.
Okay. How's that ball sitting for you?
Again, the golf gods have been kind.
Okay.
It's not horrendous at all.
You got a good visual?
Yeah, I can just see the top. It's funny enough, I'm almost aiming at the TV towers of Troon.
Okay.
You know,
all right, we'll take it.
Okay, let's try and chase this one up there.
Well, that sounded solid.
That's nice. It's a tiny bit right on my target.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah,
good looking shot.
I think because it's just bounced in the rough, it's not got the forward shot. Thank you.
That was well hit.
Yeah, that was nicer. How would you see this being played?
I think, given the lay of the land here, we're almost forced to take it as if you're happy with the lie.
The lie looks okay.
If you're happy with the lie, I think we take it up. Just because I think if we try and, you know, I guess we could certainly, you know, skip something in there, given the fact there's dew on the ground.
Yeah.
And the ball tends to, you know, be that much more friendly in terms of the skip. if we land something there, I think it's more a question of comfort for you. What makes you most comfortable?
So it's either land it here with the luxury of having a bit of a backstop. I don't think it's going to go up and down, is it?
No, I don't think. I think if that happened to help us out, we'll take it. But I don't think we're utilizing it, so to speak. It's just
we
our
land
friend
it
there.
Around the sprinkler.
Yes, but if you land something around the sprinkler, your club selection is going to be imperative.
Yeah.
That you get something that's going to release up here over the mound.
Well, obviously you caddied for Phil for 25 years. I bet he hits some outrageous golf shots around the green.
Yeah, and growing up in California and having the short game, he would take the ball up in the air almost all the time, and with great success. But you certainly couldn't be more confident around the greens than he was and is.
I've also started. I don't know if you might like this. I did a wedge chart recently.
Oh, nice.
So this actually really helped me.
Yeah.
So I've been having all my different yardages, lofts, all my different swings.
Right.
And even for shots like this, I've been kind of using it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Short game's not my strength. And I think sometimes if I've got, a bit like aim point, if I've got that confidence of going, just do that action.
Right. And how do you base it? Like, almost like hands on the clock?
Hands on the clock.
Okay.
Yeah. So could you give that pin a quick zap?
You bet.
Just so I can have see if it gauges into any of my numbers here. Thank you.
42 yards.
So for example, I've got a 42, but we don't want to land it 42.
No.
We want to land this about in the mid-30s, don't we, really?
Agreed.
And we're going aerial.
Is that what you were comfortable with?
You're
happy with the lie?
I am.
Okay.
The lie doesn't seem too bad at all.
Perfect.
So let's go hip to shoulder with the 56.
All right.
Thank you. Oh, I was comfortable, Bones.
Okay. All right. Let's get over that here, and let's try and make this next shot here. We're not. I think that we're in a position here now where we can get this ball very, very close to the hole here.
Are we lofting it over this little bank?
If you're comfortable with the lie, I love pitching the ball and taking this hump out of play. Yes,
do it.
But you've got to be happy with how that sets up and the kind of confidence you have in a shot.
I'm a putter off the green.
Okay.
But I think this is very, very severe.
Exactly. Okay.
So I think for this, let's get the loft out.
So what do you think? This is probably going to kick a little bit left when it lands.
Yes.
Just a touch.
So just keep it just right at the pin.
Yeah, just keep it on that spot you want to land it. So gently.
Oh, it just missed that spot. Too aggressive.
No, would you always use that club there as opposed to the 60?
I would.
Yeah.
I try and avoid 60.
Gotcha.
As much as possible. Would you see that a bit more loft?
I think that the 60 gives you a little bit more room to breathe there in terms of, things that don't work out perfectly.
Yeah, that's a fair shout. Oh, that's a disappointing couple of shots there. Right. However, we can still salvage this with a par. I'm not feeling a lot in that.
Okay.
My eyes are telling me different, but my feet are...
You see your eyes seeing it going a little to the right? Or...
Yeah. What do you see?
Yeah, I feel like this has to break to the right.
A cup? As much as a cup or even more?
Let's see here. Obviously, depending on your speed.
I can see it's just dropping in the front door.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a cup, at least in terms of the break.
Okay, after a couple of slightly not perfect shots, let's roll this one in, down the hill, left to right.
Boy, it never came, did it?
I think I might have started it a fraction left. Oh, that's a frustrating 6 on that hole. But I suppose there wasn't that many great golf shots in that hole either. How important do you see routine being for golfers?
I think it's important. I think it's, you certainly something you don't want to get out of. And that's something where I think a caddy can help a player. They've got a lot on their minds of, trying to win tournaments, whatever the case may be. I think it's, if they notice their player getting out of their routine, playing a little slower or faster, you can, maybe suggest, the change that will bring them a little bit more success.
In those moments where a player's in contention, doing well, leading into the final round, how do you almost keep the mind off the process, or do you want to keep them in the zone?
I think it's just more, again, about keeping it small. I think that, you know, I've worked for players, working for a guy like Phil. Phil was a guy that if you blindfolded him on some hole there, he could recite the leaderboard to you. He wanted to know exactly where he was and what was going on and what he needed to do to get himself out in front. And I've worked for players that would assume not look at leaderboards. So I think it's personal preference, because different players are going to react differently to those situations.
And then do you try and take the mind off golf as well, talk about sport?
Yeah, I think that's one of the, caddying to me is like 8 or 10 little jobs, and certainly one of them is hopefully acquiring that knowledge of knowing what to say and when to say it. And when you are in a situation where something important is going on, it's that economy of words. I've always thought to myself, if I've got something to say here and it's an important situation, I'd rather say something in 10 words than in 25, yes. Which just adds to the stress of what's going on. All right, let's have a look-see here. I think we got ourselves a dog leg right, par 4, slight dog leg right.
Yeah, so it's the red flag. See over the bridge?
Yeah.
That red flag there.
Okay, so we got plenty of room over here.
Loads of room.
Yeah.
Just smash driver down that left
Yes,
side.
sir, exactly.
Oh, Rick.
It's okay, it's a place to miss it.
We said plenty of room left, but that is very much taking that literally. Okay, Bones, we found a fairway, just not ours.
Not ours. We're going to borrow this for the next couple of minutes. But, what an angle we've got here. 142 to a very gettable flag. Touchdown hill, let's say it's going to play around 40. What do you want to do here?
Like, I can get my wedge carrying about 135.
Okay.
Or I can hit a soft 9, which is not my favourite shot to hit in the world.
Okay.
Do you think it's got enough to jump, or do you think the wind's
Well, I'm
into,
starting to feel a little something into us. The thing about you not being a big fan of the little 9 is that, the pin appears to be towards the back part of the green. We don't want to bring the back edge into play.
No.
So if we go ahead and hammer that wedge, with what you're telling me, we should be able to take, basically long out of the equation.
Yeah, and I don't envision, just because of the speed, I don't envision it spinning back.
No, I don't think so
amounts.
either. Yes.
So yeah, let's hammer a pitching wedge.
Be right, baby.
Be right, baby.
Boy, you hammered that. That was well struck. I got there past the hole.
That might be the longest pitching wedge I've ever hit.
That was really well hit.
Thank you.
Good shot.
Thanks, pal. Yeah, that was everything I've got of a pitching wedge. I genuinely thought I could have hit that as hard as I wanted. It wouldn't have gone long, but
right.
We're in a good spot now.
Yeah, well,
let's make this bounce back.
Let's do it. Exactly right.
I get guilty again of certainly after the last hole, starting to plan my way through the rest of the round.
Yeah.
And I've been told that's not particularly the best plan.
Right. Yeah, getting too caught up in the big picture again, I think that's counterproductive. I think it's just concentrating on the next shot, and it sounds cliche, but I think it's really important in terms of keeping your mind in the right space. And
I find it so challenging because I think it's something I've always done, even from junior golf. And if I've made a bad hole, it's like, well, actually, last week I birdied the 13th, so if I do that again,
yes.
But it's very difficult because, as you said, it's one shot.
Right.
Any kind of top tips? I know golfers sometimes they'll only think about the shot when they've got the glove on, or.
Well, I mean, the great thing about this part of the world that we're in, this week is you guys tend to play it probably at a much quicker clip than we do in other parts of the world. So, but I do think if you've got a minute to break down your shot while your playing partners or the guys you're playing with are doing their thing, I think that it certainly helps rather than kind of going through your process once everybody else has hit.
Yes. Yeah.
To me, that's what you tend to see. Boy, you hit that wedge a long way.
I know, that carried 3 yards past the flag.
Yeah. But to me, that's what you tend to see with the guys that are the slower players on the tours. They tend to not, kind of go through their routines until it's their turn to hit rather than doing it while somebody else is. All right, I got to redeem myself after that last read on
Not at all.
the previous hole.
I reckon I pulled it.
Thought you might send me to the bus station after that one. What do you think? You're going a little bit right? What do your feet tell you?
Let's have a look. Pretty flat there.
Actually, here at the hole, it looks like it's kind of almost going the other way.
I was just a tiny bit left, but honestly, not a lot.
Yeah, I think it might go a hair right in the first third and a little left at the end, so I don't think it's going to do much, as you say.
Straight overall.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's rattle this one in. Hit it.
All right. Solid 4.
Yeah, needed to give that a whack. All right, 1 over through 4. Blind par 3 coming up next, Bones.
Oh, is this the one?
This is the one.
Oh, I can't wait.
What's it like caddying for someone that has superstitions?
Oh man, I've caddied for guys that don't use certain numbers, but I tell you, I caddied for Phil for quite a few years, and he was adamant about not using a 2. Didn't want to ever use a 2, and so he played in a tournament once, went through a number of balls and got into a playoff. I had to go back to the locker to get a sleeve of balls for the playoff, and the only balls left were a 2, and he won the playoff. And then for the next 10 years, oh, give me a 2 whenever we need something good. So it went from something he absolutely stayed away from to something he completely embraced.
What?
Yeah, 215. As much as that wedge really released on the last hole, I would imagine, with a little dew on the ground, we're going to get a bit of a skip here.
I know, it's a 2. I can't remember it being 215 yards.
Should we hit something 200, you think?
I think 200 is going to be good.
200, 205?
Yeah, I think I can hit a firm 5.
Okay.
Wind doing a lot.
If anything, we've got slight help here coming off the water.
I'm happy with 5 then.
So
not many blind par 3s you play, is there?
No, it's not. This is tremendous. So you feel like this is plenty of club, or do you feel like you need to get all of it?
All of it.
Okay, perfect. Then you've got the right club. Stay in the air. All right, we need a bounce.
That was a bad, terrible strike. That was awful. Oh, how I'm only 1 over, I'm not sure. I've hit the ball not great so far today.
So it seems to me the question is, if you use the 56, are you able to fly it on the green and keep it around the hole, or do you need to bump it short? What do you think?
Probably 56 need to land it short.
Okay.
So would you prefer me going 60?
No, absolutely not. I want you to hit exactly what you're used to hitting and are comfortable with.
I quite like that shot where 56 lands just short of that.
Yep.
Bump.
Little skid.
Little skid.
Beautiful.
Up and over. And it's just going to break slightly to the left.
Okay.
Oh, it's missed the spot.
Good weight.
Great for distance.
Yep.
I just slightly pulled it. Okay, this one's left to right, slightly down the hill.
Yep.
You happy with that read?
Yep, you're exactly right. I don't think we should get too... I think the pace of the greens are such a way. I don't think we have to worry about the ball getting away from us.
No,
you know what I mean? It's just,
exactly.
just more that break that you're looking at that's left or right.
Okay, let's roll this one in. Oh, I didn't stay up.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't stay up. Oh, that was the bad tee shot there, I'm afraid. Sorry, Bones. We've
Moving on.
dropped a couple of weak shots there.
We got some birdie holes to come.
6 hole. 2 over now after a couple of rogue shots. We've got time to make birdies back, but we've got to stay in the present, 1 shot at a time. Straight between the bushes, down there with driver.
There you go. Good looking swing.
It's on the safe side again.
Yeah. I think we should have a really good angle from over there, taking that bunker out of play, hopefully.
Yeah, it's on the safe side. Thank you.
All right, sir, we have scoped it out. Let's see here. We want to take long out of play here.
Yes, that doesn't look pretty.
So 88 total. So I think that the pin appears to be about 18 or 20 yards on the green. So let's say 70 front edge. And I think we want to, based on your wedge system, we want to get just really in tune with where this ball lands, and because we want to max it out at about 85. So
do you want to land it 70?
Well, again, I think it depends on the style of shot that you hit. This ball seems like it's sitting down a little bit. I think landing the ball 70, I think it should release quite a bit on the green for us. So
too much, or?
No, I don't think so.
You happy with 70?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll go 56 then, please. How many times, or what do you do in a situation where, let's say here now, you've said land at 70, but the player's adamant at landing at a different number?
Yeah. Well, the player's got to like what he or she is doing. So, you know, as a caddy, all you can do is, again, they've got to hit the shots, they've got to take the club out of the bag. You know, you're going to give them your very best estimate as to what should happen here, but again, they've got to be comfortable with what they're doing. If they really believe it's a different number or different yardage or different flight, they've ultimately got to do that, because otherwise, if you're not believing in the shot, they're less likely to pull it off.
I've noticed you let the bag in and you let me choose the club almost.
Right. Well, you know, I haven't seen you play before.
Yeah.
So certainly I'd be less likely to go, oh, I love 9 here.
Of course, because yeah.
Yeah, so I'm learning as we go along here.
Okay, so I'm going to land this 70.
Yeah, right at it. There's a little bit more room right of it than you think.
I can go right at it on this line?
Yes.
Oh, great, okay. I was thinking I had to land it on that bank on the right, so I'm glad you said that. Sit.
All right, well
We're
played.
putting.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, this is one we can take a run at, don't you think? A little back
think
up the
so.
hill here.
Yeah.
Let's give this one a shot here.
And I don't see a lot of break in it.
No, I don't either.
Got to get one past the hole.
Yeah, I like it. I don't think it's going to do much at all.
Okay, for birdie here on 6. Oh,
It's a good rip at it there. I like it.
I gave it a real chance.
I like it.
We weren't leaving that one short. Just ever so slightly falling to the left.
Yeah, well, you saw it as it went by the hole.
Yeah.
So. Good job.
Thank you. You know what I was thinking stood over that putt then, I don't know why. Was it strange for you caddying for a lefty?
Oh boy.
For so long?
Well, when I first went to work for Phil in the early 90s, literally the first day I was ever working for him, I was having trouble getting the dirt out of the grooves, because you're like, how does this club go? I mean, how do I hold this thing to clean it? And he's like, can you get the dirt out of the grooves for me? I mean, first day on the job, I wasn't exactly doing what he would have liked, but yeah, it was really weird and where to stand, obviously.
Exactly,
and then you go to work for a righty and you find yourself going to the wrong side of the tee. So yeah, there's certainly an adjustment to be made.
I don't know why, I just stood over that putt there, I'm thinking, I wonder how much of an adjustment that was for Bones.
Right.
Probably shouldn't have been thinking about that, but we held it.
Where it's really funny is, those guys are given so much equipment. You get a lot of caddies on the tour and they open up the trunk of their car and it looks like the local golf shop, you know what I mean? But working for a left-hander, I never got a club, you know what I mean?
You must have seen some ridiculous golf shots in your time.
Quite a few. I was on the green when Justin Leonard made that putt to win the '99 Ryder Cup.
Oh,
stuff like that.
Jesus.
We were paired with Tiger when he won the Tiger Slam and I think won the '01 Masters. We were paired with him on that Sunday. Yeah, historical stuff like that's pretty cool to witness.
And like Mickelson shot out the trees on 13.
Sure, yeah.
Like you were there. You
Absolutely.
were you were the closest person, apart from Phil, you're the closest person.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, exactly.
I went back there the next year, and I was looking at the golf course, and I just kind of wandered up into the trees to kind of, again, say thank you to the golf gods. And there was this. I went to where I thought it had taken place, and there was this stick in the way, kind of sticking out of the ground, and I was like, well, what's this doing here? So I just took the stick and I removed it, and one of the marshals came to me and they're, no, please put that back. We've been asked so many times today where the shot was hit. We figured it out by going back on the TV, and then all they were allowed to do was put the stick in the ground to show the patrons there. But it's cool. Every time I go back on that golf course, you kind of wander up into those trees and just say thank you for the way it all worked out. So this should fit our eye quite well, considering we've been turning over the driver. We've got obviously no issue whatsoever with this first bunker.
No.
Judging by the fact that I guess these trees have grown up a little bit, I'm guessing that our ideal line is that where it rises a little bit, that in those trees through the fairway, where that one tree
like
rises
that.
up above them?
Yeah, I like that. Just right edge of that bunker.
Yes.
Okay. Come on, Rick. Good drive. Let's find the middle.
Turn over.
Oh, it's the one that didn't turn.
Yeah, it's the one that didn't.
I actually think that's okay.
Okay. Boy, you hit it solid, didn't
It was
you?
a nicer hit, yeah. It just didn't quite turn as we anticipated, but I think that's actually in a good spot. Okay, Bones, what have we got?
164, so 48 front edge and 16.
Do you think it might fly out of this a little bit?
Well, I think that, you know, judging by what I'm looking at here, it seems like if anything, we want to stay on this side of the hole. It looks like it's pitched from back to front, but you know, it's starting to rain a little bit. It could get a little moisture on the club face and have it take off. What clubs are you between?
Between 9 and 8. 8 carries 165. And I'm weirdly, I'm a little bit more comfortable trying to hit that little softer 8. Or I can smash a 9.
Your stock 9 carry is what?
148, 150.
Okay, well we've got
so I could probably carry it 155 if I needed to jump on it a bit.
Okay, we've got that front edge. I honestly think this is a kind of tweener here. It's a question of comfort for you. Do you want to hit the 3-finger 8 or just hit the hard 9?
3-finger 8.
It's just a caddy expression for taking a little something off of it.
3-finger 8. I am going to go with a hard 9.
Okay, let's do it. I mean, if you hit it like that wedge a couple of holes ago,
yeah.
it's going to get deep into the green.
The wedge might have got there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not drawn.
Come on.
Let's try in.
Yeah. Yeah, nice job with the club selection there. You pulled it out perfectly. Good weight again.
It was an odd one, that. Thank you. With the ball being a bit up on my feet, I thought it was going to draw more.
Right.
It didn't. I hit it and it didn't draw.
Yeah.
But then wind or element made it move a bit more to the left. How good is Scott Scheffler with his irons? I saw him hit some shots on the range yesterday, but I've not been up close and personal.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I'm sure you've seen those videos where he hits one, he goes, "That's 157," and he's, he just dead right on. He's amazing. I mean, I love watching him play because, to me, I'm old enough. I remember some of those guys that played in the 70s and 80s, and they had a lot of body movement and a lot of leg work and whatnot. And he just reminds me of that guy. But he's such an easy guy to root for. And like we were talking about a few holes ago, I love the fact that he gets over things very quickly on the golf course.
He really does. I mean, he doesn't make that many mistakes, to be fair.
He really doesn't. I mean, we can talk all day about his, distance control and his ball striking, which is, the best in the business. But I think he's mentally in a place, very similar to guys like Tiger and Nicklaus.
Wow.
I think he has a chance just to do some amazing things as a professional.
Wow. I mean, when you're in that bracket, that's pretty special.
Yeah.
I mean, his wins have been astronomical this year, haven't they?
Incredible.
This shot's getting better and better.
Hey, the closer we get to it.
Pin high is key, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Right, come on. I cannot be here with Bones out on the golf course at Prestwick and not make a birdie.
This is the one, right here.
Right to left, slightly up the hill.
Yeah.
Let me know if you see anything else. Come on, Rick, we need to make this. I'm 2 over. Just really, the bogey on the par 5 was frustrating. That was a bad pitch. The bogey on the par 3 was a bad tee shot, granted. But the pars have been okay. But this is a real chance for birdie here. Just
gently turning to your left the entire way, would you say?
Yeah. I don't think I can be overly super aggressive. So I think it could get a bit away from me.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you think, or?
I want to see you make a 3 here.
I need to get to the hole, granted.
I don't care. I honestly don't care how far by it goes.
It's a 3 or a 5, right?
Well, it's a 3.
Come on, Rick. Roll this one in.
Do it. Do it. Oh, man, you hit a good putt there.
That was really
Oh, that was so good.
Oh,
good try.
Thank you.
Unlucky.
Yeah, nicely navigated hole. Thank you, Bones. Right.
Yeah, well hit drive.
2 to play.
Shot.
Yeah. Yep. 2 to go. Let's try and get this back to level. 8th hole, par 4, 432 yards.
A little back into the breeze.
A little back into the breeze. Come on. Another good tee shot. Find the fairway this time now. And see if we can get one close.
Man,
That's a good one.
what a good one that is.
Thank you. Oh,
That's what I'm talking
thank you
about.
very much.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Bones, have you ever had it where like a player's got rid of a club and you've been like gutted because you love that club?
It's funny how you sometimes get these quirky rules in golf. Like a couple of times I've caddied for guys that have been in playoffs.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to change clubs after the 72nd hole before playoff. Like you can go to the
that
locker room
right?
and you can change out a club.
I never knew that.
Yes.
Have people done that?
Yeah, I've caddied for guys that have done that and won the playoff.
Oh my word.
So like, you know, the playoff is, one year we were playing this tournament in Atlanta and the last hole is a very reachable par 5 and you kind of want some kind of high cut fairway wood in there, and we weren't carrying it for the other 17 holes. It just didn't seem that important, but we knew the playoff was going to be on 18, so we went back and got it and the player won the playoff.
No way. Well, the players have backup clubs for like Augusta because it's always at 18,
Sure.
10 and 18.
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see here. 135, and you got to think back into the wind here.
Okay.
As well as you clip these short irons, this ball is not going to go anywhere when it lands.
I think this is the stock pitching wedge.
Okay.
It's not a jumped on one.
Perfect.
Okay, middle of the green, pitching wedge after finding a good tee shot down this fairway. Green light, straight for it.
Yeah, straight at it.
Oh, I pulled it. Oh, that's a bad golf shot, that, Bones.
It's all right. We'll get that bad boy up and down.
This is where my brain goes stupid places. I was really thinking about how tacky the grips were.
Oh, with
okay.
the shot?
Seriously.
Okay.
Was that generally just water and
Yeah,
a
it's just
towel?
water in the towel. I mean, it helps to have a certain kind of towel. Some will do better than others, but you know, if you ever get a time where they're particularly kind of slick, if you go get a very light sandpaper and just rub them gently over take that like the initial coat off.
Oh, wow.
They'll go straight back to as good as new again.
They feel fantastic. We're just off the green here.
Yeah, it's beautiful roll over this.
This is going to have a huge
Yeah, it's
swing.
going to be a big rake left to right. This is going to go a few feet at least.
Okay. I'm looking kind of 3 or 4 feet out the left
Okay,
there.
yeah, I like it. Gently.
Keep going.
Golly. What a good read there.
Thank you.
Well done.
Ah,
That baby was,
it was tracking.
yes it was.
I'm not sure if speed would have helped it, but
All right, good job there.
yeah, thank you. No blemishes. Last hole. Come on, let's finish with 1 birdie. Come
do
on,
it.
that'd be a decent achievement, that.
Yeah. 444 total here.
It's finishing right of the green shack, but I think the tee shot wants to stay left of the green shack.
Yes, according to this, just
Yes.
between those trees there.
Driver straight down there?
I like it. A little helping wind, right to left.
Okay.
Beauty. Wow.
You know what? It's those little nuggets that you say there, Bones. Like the fact you said coming off the best drive of your day on the last. Like
Good.
it almost reminds me.
That's what we're looking for.
Clever. Clever mind games. You must be top 3 decorated caddies ever.
I don't know.
Majors.
I'm not sure. I really don't. I mean, certainly Steve Williams and Fanny Sunison obviously had an incredible career. So whatever it is, I'm just lucky, happy to have been there. Man, you hit that drive beautifully.
That was a nice one. Okay, come on. For another solid drive here on the 9th hole. Honestly, it's been a pleasure having Bones on the bag. I mean, he's won 6 major tournaments. Been on the bag of Phil Mickelson, Larry Mize when he first started, JT, Justin Thomas more recently. You know, does comms for Golf Channel and NBC.
It appears as though the green slopes away from us here.
From memory, yes, it
Does
does.
that sound right?
Yeah.
So 143 yards with the downhill.
Just a nice wedge.
Yeah, so
Carry it 138 or something.
Yeah, 35, 38, let's do that. Right to left helping wind,
Yes.
right at it.
Right at it.
Let's do it.
Come on, we need to finish with
better-
1 birdie on the scorecard. So 135, this is pretty much a standard pitching wedge.
Yeah, plenty of club.
I'm just going to start it right and just let the wind drift it. A little bit clean.
Kick right.
I think that's going to be okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Right, we've not left ourselves the easiest birdie putt here on the last, on our 9th hole.
All right, down the hill, moving to your right.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah, this is going to just be all about your pace, isn't it?
I've got a nice look of the line here, though.
Okay.
Any last words of wisdom? Is there anything you'd say to a player on the last hole of a tournament? Go and make me some money, boss.
Yeah, exactly. Your baby needs a new pair of shoes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, come on. Not that it's for a tournament, but it'd be for a nice birdie and a 1 over par for the front 9.
Easy. Easy.
Oh, I had the hand up early.
Yeah. No, good for line there.
We were going for 3 or a 5.
That's right.
That was a good putt as well. Okay, for par on the last.
Yep.
Slightly inside right.
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Definitely inside the hole. I like it a lot. Yeah. Keep your speed up.
So before I hold this putt, it's been an honour, honestly, and a privilege.
It's been my pleasure to be with you.
It really
Thank you so much.
Unbelievable. Hopefully I hold this putt for you. Guys, be sure to check out Bones on all of his social media. I'll put a link down below. And also has a fantastic TV show. In fact, we're going to film an episode of that straight after this. Check it out. And I'll put a link in the description for that as well. Right, let's roll this bad boy in.
Do it. Yes, sir. Solid as a rock.
There were some good short putts there, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching,
Thank you
Bones.
so
That was a
much.
true
Appreciate
pleasure. Be sure to like and subscribe. And that was having Bones, one of the most decorated caddies in the world, caddy for me for 9 holes. How cool was that? We'll see you next time.